is the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and Krissy Van. That's me. And we're taking you on a little off-roading.
And every single week, we're going to be joined by our dope friend, Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Woo! Hey, I floss.
And every week, we are going to ask each other stupid questions, and we're going to answer them. And why, you may ask? Because we can. All right, this is your Motovation
Off-road edition.
I'm afraid for your safety, ma'am.
I told her I was driving you to the airport.
And where you're going to Atlanta, Georgia. And I thought, okay. And then already a red state flag. And then Rick Ross is home. And then I'm like, now I'm really worried because I watched a little docu-series something on him years ago. And he is very scary human. And because even when I was watching it, I was like, I didn't know that about this dude. He like tried to hit his girlfriend with the car. His girlfriend came forward in 2024 that he had a bunch of like hits on people to get murdered and all these things. And then I find out one of my closest friends is going to go to his pad and just lollygagging around.
Are you serious?
Don't go by the cars.
Okay.
Scary stuff.
Well, the funny thing when this came up, this was Joey and I, we always do ridiculous trips every year. We're like, last time it was like Fort Lauderdale. We were talking about going to Scottsdale. And then this came up because Harley Davidson is sponsoring the event. And he's like, do you want to go to this car show? And I was like, I don't. And the funny thing is that when he said his name, I thought it was the artist that Krissy's mom likes. And I was like, yeah, I'll go get an autograph.
I thought it was Bob Ross. Oh, I was like, you thought it was Bob Ross? He's not even alive. He's not hosting Harley. Bob Ross, love it. No, Pitbull, gotcha.
Pretty little exhaust over here.
I thought you meant like artists, like paint artist. Right, no. Pitbull.
Yeah. So anyways, it's not Pitbull. Somebody else.
It's not. It's a murderer. I'm going to get a hit. Oh, no. I'm going to get hit.
He's
hit
also
on
in
me.
tax debt. I just asked ChatGPT, which, sorry, I think it just drank a water bottle, but is Rick Ross nice?
Oh, listen to this, guys. Kim, you better wear your motorcycle armor. 2015, charged with kidnapping and aggravated assault for allegedly pistol whipping a groundskeeper at his Atlanta, Georgia mansion. He later accepted a plea deal resulting in probation and a fine. He pistol whipped his groundskeeper.
I mean, when you started with a GR, like a GR, I thought you were going to say grandmother. And I was like, oh, that's intense. But like maybe the groundskeeper was up to no good.
The grandmother's missing. No, I added that at the end for sure. I don't know that. But it also isn't out of the realm. Someone needs to call the grandmother immediately to
do a wellness
check in. Wellness check. Yeah. Anyone that knows him probably should have a wellness check, it looks like. But I just remember people.
Sounds so aggressive.
It is aggressive. Ask the groundskeeper.
And sadly, Rosie Lee Fields passed away in 2019.
Rosie Lee? What hard left did we just take and who is she?
Rick Ross's grandmother.
Oh, Rosie. Okay. Well, at least we know where she's at.
Yeah.
Blessed be.
How did she pass away? How did she pass away?
Yeah. It's not said, but they have done an annual balloon release at the location to honor their memory.
There's evidence going up on that every time. Every year.
Every year there's
Oh, I think she was in a 2015 Facebook post. He referred to her as my rock since day one, backbone to the entire empire.
She taught him everything. Okay, Rosie, I see you. Girl. Also, why is Harley like, they have a lot of people to choose from. And they were like, you know what? Let's go with this guy. Let's go with this guy and his home. Let's do this.
That's what I said. I'm
Wild.
like, God. Yeah. It's like, it's tough to get him to support women in riding and that whole thing. But like Rick Ross's car show, on board. Also, it was never a car and bike show. It was just a car show. They jumped on board to most likely stay relevant. Is this going online?
Yeah, it is. To be clear, you've already signed a press release. So, yeah.
Signed a do you mean an NDA?
Yeah. You signed papers that we needed you to sign. So, yeah. It is.
It's fine. That being said, if Harley sued us for something we said on here, I feel like I'd be like, we made it. We made it enough that Harley was like, we're going to sue you.
And slap the hand that doesn't feed you.
Slap the hand, give you snacks. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of anal
crumbs?
bleaching.
Speaking of buttholes.
You know, they came up on the weekend in our hot
Did you do research?
Oh, I've researched. I thought we could give ourselves an education.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have not. So this will be an education for me. Oh, no, my earbud.
So
Okay, I'm back.
I always thought that it was just a topical treatment, but it seems like technology has enhanced. You could do cream serums or laser treatments to lighten the skin around the anus. So you can laser your butthole to be lighter.
How often do you have to apply this cream?
Oh, how often?
Like,
All of a
is it
sudden,
an
you guys,
at-home application?
And do you have to keep doing it? Like, does it turn back or is it permanently bleached?
I thought it was permanent.
you know what I just envisioned is everyone's going around being like, oh, I'm going to bleach my butthole. And everyone wants that lighter butthole. And it makes me think of like when we overplucked our eyebrows and then we were like, no, eyebrows are back in. And then people are like, no, buttholes are back in. And then everyone gets like the tattoos. And then you've got like tattooed buttholes to bring them back. So
Well,
just be, you know,
they
keep
do
in
come
mind,
back.
you might.
So you have to do them 1 to 2 times a day for several weeks, usually 4 to 8 weeks, but it's not permanent. Skin naturally regenerates and pigment can return due to friction. Is there a lot of hormones or sun exposure? How much sun is your asshole getting?
Well, Ash and I definitely exposed our buttholes to the sun a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was because of goop. Because what was that called? Perennium sunning? It was a goop article. Gwyneth Paltrow's the reason why you ended up happy baby.
I didn't actually know why I was doing it. Ash just was like, put your butt to the sun. And I was like, you got it. I didn't ask a lot of questions or follow-ups. I just was like, why not? Good to know.
I was literally in the kitchen making lunch, looked outside. Both of you guys were happy baby, assholes to the sun. And I didn't even ask questions.
Yeah.
I just kept chopping more tomatoes.
You didn't break stride.
Perennium sunning, also known as butthole sunning. Proponents claim it boosts energy and mood, increases vitamin D, improves libido and hormone balance, and enhances focus or spiritual well-being. And in giant letters, in brackets, not supported by evidence.
I was just going to say, I would vote none of that is actually true in any capacity. None of that is, no. But it did make us laugh. But so I did get a dopamine hit, a serotonin hit. And so that's not nothing.
Sunburn is apparently a risk. You can burn your asshole. It's thin, sensitive skin that can burn quickly.
Absolutely.
How quickly?
Spare.
Both are.
Our friend Anna's going to be so upset that I'm using ChatGPT for all these questions.
Rather than asking her?
Well, no, because there was an article that came out that basically every question that we ask ChatGPT like uses a bottle of water, because that might not be the exact ratio, but it's essentially
the energy,
for the cooling of the servers. Because it's so hot, obviously water is cyclical, but it evaporates a ton of it. I started to research a little bit because I'm always like, tell me more before just a statement. And there seem to still be conflicting answers on that. So
how many water bottles did you use to ask it how many water bottles are being used and if it's true? So that's my question. That is fascinating and terrifying.
Also, direct sun exposure can burn your asshole in as little as 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, Good. I think we were at like 2 minutes. So we just were on the cusp of
Just like a
damaging.
little golden crisp. Well, then I guess I'm like,
too much vitamin D.
well, and it would be, so if you were somebody that wanted a bleached butt, you really shouldn't sun it because wouldn't you be tanning your
No.
asshole?
And it would be so sensitive because of the bleach on your butt hole that it would be terrible. Super, super sensitive. 30 seconds before you burn your butthole.
Do you think people with bleached assholes are the same people that like eat organic veggies and don't use deodorant with aluminum in it?
These are what? Say that first part again.
It's a walking contradiction. Yes.
You think those are the people's bleaching their buttholes?
Well, could you imagine? Those are the ones like eat organic veggies and like would never use aluminum.
They love the color
filler,
of their natural buttholes.
and they put bleach on their most private parts.
No, see, yeah, they're the ones that are like, I love the brown of my butthole. It's organic.
Yours is brown? That's weird.
Mine's orange. So
Can you imagine if you looked and it was just something like a really odd shade?
Yeah.
And you're like,
just teal. You're like,
I wish they
really?
were colorful. Like everyone had a different, like, oh, what do you get?
Right.
Purple, lucky.
Right. You're the only one with gross brown. Oh no. Wah, wah, wah. What the hell? I was gonna ask something and then it. Oh, what did it hurt when you bleached your butthole, Kim? No?
Do you guys remember the first
Oh.
time you ever looked at your butthole? Like the first time you ever like saddled up to a mirror?
I don't remember the first time.
I don't remember the
I
first
remember
time. I remember the last time.
I remember this morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, good morning to you. I usually sing a little ditty, just give it a little vitamin D.
Yeah, I'm like a lean roll on the back, happy baby, legs up, mirror down.
Oh, I'm a stand, tuck my head between my legs and look at the mirror behind me type of butthole looker.
What?
You stand, you put your head down, you look between your legs at the mirror behind you. What did I say that
It's very
painted a weird
Cirque du
picture?
Soleil.
It is. Yeah.
I like to just really push my limits. How
just
is
stay
it?
there?
What do you mean Cirque du Soleil? All you're doing is just like doing, like you do that in yoga as like a warm up.
Yeah,
But
not
your
to
legs
like
start shaking, and then you know that's a
Why
tough
would they? You're
position to be in.
standing. I would find it more Cirque du Soleil is swinging the old legs back to your ears.
Does the mirror come down and around or
The mirror is
through?
standing. The mirror is a
Oh.
standing mirror.
I see.
The mirror is just there. So all I am literally doing is standing, then bending over and looking between my legs, and then you open your butt a bit.
See, it's like if you're sitting, it naturally like is on display.
Mhm.
You don't need to do a spread 'em.
But then where's your mirror? Do you got a handheld?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't have a handheld mirror. So like it would
You're
get
not doing it right.
real awkward because I would have a full length mirror and being just like all of it happening. That feels so intrusive to my eyes because all my bits would be like, hello,
So you're
versus
telling us you've never truly seen it?
my butthole.
Yeah.
I've
Not-
truly
not
seen my
without a handheld.
butthole.
No,
Mhm.
not
No,
without a handheld.
Accurate.
Accurate. Well, I guess it wouldn't be so up to the sunshine. I find that I do it when motorcycle season, actually, because when riding, I get like from all the abrasion from the seat. And so I'll get bumps sometimes. And I'm like, ow, what is that? And I peek. You don't get butt abrasions from your like long underwear and shit riding your bike?
No.
What?
No.
No.
Oh, I for sure do.
Huh.
Well,
Well, what else? Who else has something for it? What do you have for us, Laurie?
Do you guys want me to share other weird things with my body that no one seems to be relating to? Because that's fun. Also,
I'll let Dave know.
You guys, I have a dent in my head permanently from a zit that I had about 6-7 years ago that I couldn't stop like picking. And it now is a permanent dent in my head.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do
you guys have any dents in your bodies? From not all, but most.
None that come to top of mind. Oh, yeah, for sure. Scars.
Yeah, Kim, for sure. Scars.
Well,
I say that lovingly. Settle down. Okay.
I'll just never forget going camping and just you've cut yourself out of your cast and just the wires from the surgery coming out of your wrist.
Just a screw out of the wrist. And you were like grabbing our food. I was like, can I get that? And you were like, I'm fine. I'm like, it's more for us. That's our food. I would like to not have metal in my Sanny.
Great.
She's like, who wants shish kebabs?
Can't find the tongs. Don't worry.
You did. You had a screw sticking out of your wrist.
It was 2.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm fine. And I was like, all right. Okay.
What do you have
Anything? You got
Laurie?
you got nothing? Oh, I don't even know. I looked up weird shit that was happening in the world this morning. It took me at least 2 water bottles to find out what it was.
We'll have to find out if AI made it up or not.
Also,
these ones? What?
Images are like the absolute worst. Images take like 500 times the power. So when people are like generating logos or any type of that, like it's like 500 times what it is to just create a text.
So 500 water bottles?
Pretty much.
That's so everybody draw your own shit. Something that I thought was fun. There's a planetary parade going to be happening. So through June, Jupiter, Mercury, and Mars will be visible in the evening sky. And then Venus, Saturn, and Neptune and Uranus, can be spotted in the early morning hours. Just a cosmic parade. I hope we have a clear...
Uranus or Uranus?
It's your anus, your butthole. It's your butthole.
Uranus. I've never heard that before.
Uranus? I've never heard Uranus. It even sounds stupid. And Jupiter and Uranus. No. Come on.
So the correct pronunciation is typically Uranus, or less commonly, Uranus.
Uranus. Uranus. Yeah. Well, you heard it here, folks. They both sound stupid.
I wonder what a planetary parade does for horoscopes.
Ooh.
I don't know what you mean by your question. What do you mean?
Well, because when you do zodiac signs and all the rest of it, they're like Mercury's in retrograde and whatever all those things mean. So what does a parade mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Great question. Another water bottle down.
Anna, close your ears.
Here we go, folks. A planetary parade is often seen as a time of heightened energy or significant influence in people's lives. Planets close together can amplify their combined vibes, like communication if Mercury's involved, love if Venus is there, or structure if Saturn's in the mix. Potential for change or opportunity. Some see it as a time for breakthroughs, insights, or shifts in perspectives. And the intensity of the energy, the concentration of planetary energy can be intense for certain zodiac signs, often noted in horoscopes as a time to watch for big emotional or practical changes.
That just sounds like every other day, you know? It's like when they're like, you're on to something in your life, but you feel a little fear around it and all these different things. And like you're stepping in newness.
What's your sign, Laurie? What's your sign?
Taurus.
What does it mean?
And then you're like, well, that's everybody. Every day someone's like, I am stepping into something I'm uncomfortable with. I am stepping into newness. That's every day, everyone. I could say it
That's
to
not everyone.
they could think that stepping into something new is the fact that they started a new Nestle quick coffee that week. And they'd be like, I've started something new. It's just different newness for us. Joe, that guy at the bar, I've been looking at and he's cute. That's new to me too. See, everybody's got new.
Well, Laurie, you're
Kim
encouraged
looked like
to
she was gonna
release
say
old
something.
habits and welcome new directions in love, career, and finances.
Oh my God.
Prioritize your well-being through rest and mindful choices. Your body needs it right now to align with inner changes. Embrace honesty and openness as you navigate this transformative period in your life.
Oh my God. They couldn't have been dead on today, yesterday, 6 months ago, a year ago, the year before that. But it's still dead on. I'll take it. And I have needed a lot of rest. I've been sleeping like 12-hour days. I'm so fucking tired.
In fairness, life has been lifing.
Yeah, in fairness, I'm catching up on all the things. So I just am letting myself sleep.
Do you guys get tech neck?
Technic?
I don't know what
Tech
that is.
neck.
Oh,
Like from being on a computer too much?
I get tech back. I get a
So-
pinch in my back.
On Google Trends, adult tummy time is a new trend.
That actually, well, tummy time, I'm surprised by, but like Dave actually does a thing where he hangs, I'm looking at it right now, where he lays on his back and he hangs his head in this thing. It's one of those neck hammocks
Oh,
because he's on this
Fancy.
computer all day. So it hangs from the bottom of his desk and I walk in and he's just laying there with his head in this hammock. I think that's like, it's back time, like tummy time, but technically back time.
yeah, no,
I like that idea.
tech neck
especially
is
because
the trend.
I was just having that conversation about how we're in that generation where everybody's either on their phones or on their laptops, but especially on their phones. And I watch it even with the kids. They have their iPads and they're always like this. And I'm always trying to prop it up so they look. And I'm just like, we're not going to see it right away, but like the effects that it has in your back. I just got a weighted vest to like help with my posture to bring it back. And it's like, it helps a lot, especially when you take it off.
Do you-
and you're like, ooh.
Do you wear it while you're on the computer?
No, I just wear it on walks whenever I walk Harley.
Oh,
Wear
you
it.
should wear it on when you're on the computer. And also they would be like, whoa, badass, she's got a bulletproof vest. And then also Rick Ross would know not to fucking mess with you.
Do you think the Black Eyed Peas and Fergie saying my hump, my hump, my hump, my hump, it was just foreshadowing for our hunch that we're going to have from Tech Neck?
I don't think there's any other explanation. Whoa,
You should wear that for sure in Atlanta.
You look like it actually looks more like a life jacket than anything else. It looks like a dog's life jacket is what it looks like.
It said to go nothing above 10% of your body weight. So I went for 25.
That's a lot of weight to be.
I like it though. Just on walks.
Do people give you a thumbs up or high five when you walk by them with that thing on?
No, but I get the looks because Louis does it all the time. He's like, oh God, weighted vest. He's like, there's another one. So now when anybody looks at me, I'm like, oh God, they're saying it.
Especially on Main Street. They're like, douche. There's a
I
douchebag
didn't
right
even
there.
walk on Main Street. I had to walk. I walked on Quebec.
In the
Quebec
alleys.
Road.
Oh.
You're like, Quebec will be safe.
Yeah. There's
And
some
it
fellow
wasn't.
douchebags on Quebec. I live on Quebec, to be clear. So I
Oh,
can
yeah,
say
you
that.
do.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's true, though, Kim. I agree with you. Might be the only thing we agree on.
It is.
That's it right there.
It is.
Hmm.
Does that thing? No, never mind. I
Say it.
answered it in my head.
Say it.
No, it's going to make me sound, or it's not going to make me sound stupid. It's going to showcase my stupidity.
Well, then that's even more reason to say it.
It's a weighted vest, right?
Yep.
I looked at it and my brain threw out there again, life jacket. And then it followed up with, but does it float? And then I just about said it. And then I stopped myself and thought, you started with a weighted vest and you then just about asked, does it float?
It actually does.
And now I've said it out loud.
It looks exactly like a PFD, that like the new versions of it, the little life jackets that just look like this. And you just go.
So many versions of my brain don't know what's what. So, but now we said it. Now I've said it.
Ask ChatGPT if a weighted vest floats.
I'm on it.
And they're just like, you need
Let
to.
me just grab a glass of water before there's none left.
I want to see how passive aggressive this answer is.
All right. Does a weighted vest? I said like rucksack because that's a popular brand of them, to see if it. Okay. Well, great question.
Is it?
Generally speaking, ChatGPT thinks so. Because they're designed to add weight to your body, they usually contain dense materials like sand, metal, or water weights that will sink in water. They're typically made of fabric that absorbs water and gets even heavier when wet. The weight inside is denser than water, which prevents buoyancy. If you're swimming or in open water, always use a certified personal flotation device instead of a weighted vest. Let me know if you're curious about safe water workouts. It was so encouraging.
That's where it outs itself, because if you ask it something, it's like, great question. You're like, thank you. It was. This is proof that it will say it to anything. That was the stupidest question. And it was like, good question. Good for you. And you're like, oh, you are a liger. Not good for me.
Do you think my question was really great or a bit stupid?
Yeah. Ask it.
It's definitely not a stupid question at all, Laurie. It's practical and shows you're thinking about how equipment interacts with water, important for safety and understanding. If you're ever in doubt, it's always smart to ask.
Or hooped.
God, if this is humanity.
That's the thing with humanity now. People are in such intimate relationships with their AI. It's insanity. Like, asking it about, like, who was it that told me? It was like somebody that was dating and they were running what they were saying in the car. Like, if the person that was messaging them sent something, they would put it in AI to be like how I should respond or what they think. Somebody told me this weekend.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That would work if you were catfishing, though. If you were catfishing, that'd be the perfect thing to do.
Right. But it's like that. Oh. And like, well, it's already a really scary thing of like how social skills are going to be out the window because you're not practicing your social skills if you're running things through that kind of thing. But fucking hell, yikes.
I thought that situation was bad anyways, because remember there was like certain people and they would be like, man, like when we chat, they were so like witty and it was good. But I was like, yeah, but they also had time to like think of their response and, you know, but it was still them. But even that, people would meet and be like, oh, they're like a lot quieter in person. And you're like, well, some people are, you know, more alive when they can just text it and more introverted. But when you have this dynamic to it, that explodes it to a whole new level.
Well, not only were they, I'm like racking my brain because I'm like, who said this? But I'm like, on top of that, it's not just for like how they respond, but like to understand meaning behind a message they got. Do you know what I mean? Like when people overthink something. And so they're basically putting it in ChatGPT to like analyze the person.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Well, it's a real bummer. It's a real fucking bummer. Well, ladies, oh God, I didn't put deodorant on this morning.
That's Kim. She just outed herself. No deodorant on. She definitely bleached her asshole.
Oh no. Well, my tell. Well,
never trust the ones that just bend in front of the mirror.
Never trust. Only trust the happy babies.
Exactly.
Oh. Wasn't it?
Why so intense?
Because I don't usually have that like armpit smell. It's not really. And so having it feels like, why though?
Because you've been sleeping longer. More sweat.
Oh, maybe.
Well, you marinated a little extra.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, some people like that.
It's true.
Not this gal.
What
I'm
is
not
it?
one of them.
Ola Factory is the people that are into natural animalistic smell.
I really do not like that.
I don't either.
I get my stomach turns at human scent.
I don't like it either, but I'm like, for some people, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Which
It's
makes
true.
sense. It's au naturel. They're like, oh, you're extra.
Laurie, don't yuck somebody's yum.
I'm just yucking my yuck. I think it's yuck for me. Yuck.
But isn't it funny that it's something natural and then we're like, put it away? Like,
Yeah,
part of me, are we the weird ones?
probably.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm just going to lean in from this day forward.
Girl,
No more
drive
bathing.
over here. I've got some testing ground for you. Right there. Get your nose in my pits.
You just went off-roading with the Motovation Podcast, hosted by Laurie Joy Kingwell and myself, Krissy Van.
And of course, a special thank you to Richelle from True Grit Moto.
Whoop, boss it.
Never miss an episode by hitting like or subscribe. Connect with us on Instagram at Motovation Podcast and visit our website at themotivation.com. And in the meantime, full pegs, full throttle.
I think this is good though. It's like healthy, you know? Like people will be like, oh my God, I don't
What?
floss.
It must be so hard not to laugh to get through this intro.